see if I can get this wheel on.
Well, all right. Here we are once again at Pastor B's kitchen table. You know what day it is. You know what time it is. It's the kitchen table where we break it down, chop it up, and put it back together again. I'm so glad today to have a special guest. I've been talking to you in the past about dealing with education, but now I'm shifting. I'm starting to deal with economics. And today, one of our great guests to really launch out this month of dealing with economics is none other than Sister Valerie Dunn. Sister Valerie, will you say hello to the kitchen table and tell us who you are?
Hello, kitchen table. Valerie Dunn. I am a career coach for a nonprofit called SARE Jobs for Progress. And we're located, our main office is located in Houston off Telephone Road, but we also have the office in Fort Bend County off of Airport and Industrial.
Okay. And now, Sister Dunn, tell us exactly what is SARE? Tell us about your organization. What is it? What does it do?
Well, SARE is, like I said, we're a nonprofit, so we get grant funds to assist people with like upskilling and technical training, career coaching, financial coaching. It's all included in the grant, especially the Fort Bend grant. So we don't, our members do not have to pay for anything. We offer training. We offer warehouse forklift training, core construction, and you get certifications like OSHA 10 certifications, and also the NCCER training certification. That's the construction certification. We have banking program for those who don't want like technical skills trade. We have a banking program, and we also have a customer service training available, within which you also get a certification for.
Wow. So it sounds like you have jobs. Is that what you're saying? Do you have jobs?
Yes. So yes. So how it works. So SARE is, we're not like a placement agency where you come to us and we say, hey, go apply, go and interview at this job. They're waiting on you, kind of thing. However, we have community partners that hire our members upon graduation from our programs. So we have partnerships with different organizations, different companies that have jobs available. I am actually responsible for doing the job orders report every week, and I know exactly the amount of the jobs we have available in the different like categories, right? So just in warehouse forklift alone, we have roughly 300 jobs that we have right now that people are waiting to fill.
Wait a minute. Say that again. You have right now 300 jobs in the area of warehouse forklift
that we're trying to get filled. We're trying to get people into training. It's just been difficult because of the pandemic. It's been difficult. People aren't having like events where we can go out and do marketing events, or we can go out and talk to people in the community because of the pandemic. So we haven't been able to advertise like we were once before. So it's been difficult to get people in the door. And we have all these jobs, the community partners, they show up to our graduations once a month and they present the jobs they have available. And we have so many jobs, they have so many jobs available, but nobody to fill them.
Wow. Now you have just captured the kitchen table's attention. Those who may have been distracted, now they are locked in and loaded. Now, you said you have jobs available, and you list a laundry list of opportunities. You talked about forklift drive, you talked about construction, you talked about banking. So you list a laundry list of opportunities. Now, you said there's some training or there's some classes. Can you talk a little bit about that, please?
Sure. So we ask our people who are interested in any of our programs, just apply on the website, and you'll get assigned to me. If you're in Fort Bend County, you'll get assigned to me because I'm the only person that covers the entire county. Wow. So you'll get assigned to me and I do an assessment. So we talk about what you're interested in, what your background is, and it's sort of like just an assessment. I kind of use it as a moment to kind of get to know the people I'm working with. And we kind of, because a lot of times people say, I just want to do this because I know I can get a job real quick, right? But then they say, I want to do a warehouse forklift because I want to do a job real quick, but I really like working in the office. So it's like, you know, I kind of have to like weed through what you really want during these assessments. So I do an assessment, I see how I can help you and how I can kind of help you succeed, and then I kind of get you ready for the training. Okay. So everybody who goes through our training, the very first week of training is job readiness training. Okay. So before you even start the core construction or the customer service or the warehouse forklift, you go through our job readiness. So we talk about what it is to be ready for work. We have a resume workshop. We have an interviewing workshop. The financial services department does a presentation where they tell them all of the services that we offer for free. Now, really, all of this stuff is, we're saying it's free, but only thing we request is that you show up, you're accountable, and you participate in the program.
Okay, let's go over that again. So you're saying that the participants, they have to take out a student loan. They have to come with, so they have no sense of dollars. They can come broke. What you're saying, they can come broke.
Yes.
And leave and be in the training program.
And be in the training program. So one of our quickest training programs is warehouse forklift. 2 weeks long. First week, job readiness training. Second week, forklift training. Mm-hmm. Within 2 weeks, you can have a certification for forklift and have information on how to find a job. Okay. We have job orders ready to go. Like, I can just send you 10 places, and they're expecting our members to show up. Like, they're expecting to hear from our members, because they do offer all of these positions for our organization. They give us personal, like, our direct email addresses. So if you have somebody, so they'll say at the graduation, so if you apply for this job, email us directly so we know you're from SARE.
Wow. Okay, I see.
So we don't place you, but we provide the opportunity for you to have a job.
So as you said earlier, there's someone who doesn't want to work in the warehouse, they want to be in the banking industry. What is the training time for someone in the banking industry?
So the banking program is a little more intensive. It is, the banking program is 8 weeks, I believe. Mm-hmm. It's about an 8-week program, but it's only 3 days a week for 8 weeks. Okay. So I just had one of my people from Fort Bend, actually 2, graduate from the banking program and got a job offer before they even finished with Wells Fargo.
Okay. Wow. So
this is what I mean. We don't place, but we provide opportunities.
Provide opportunities in the training. Mm-hmm. Okay. So each job has a different training module. There's a different training module for each class. For each job opportunity. Yes. And so what you're doing, you're trying to make sure that you partner up the person's real desire with the real job they really want. Absolutely.
Because if you're not living in the thing that you feel is your purpose, then you kind of stray away from it. You won't finish the program, or you'll miss class, or, so I personally want to put you in a position to succeed. So if I hear during a conversation that you already work in a warehouse, you don't really like it, but you can make a couple extra dollars if you get a warehouse, a forklift certification, but that's not really what you want to do. I explore that, so I just kind of explore what you really want to do so we can kind of figure it out together.
Right. Figure it together. That is so great. Mm-hmm. Valerie, how did you get into this?
To get the career coaching. So, that's fun. That's a funny story. So my background is in social work. I'm a social worker. I started out with crisis counseling, crisis intervention, and I've done a different things, housing, child protection throughout the years. But I was kind of getting burned out. So I had a friend who actually worked for SARE, and I would hear her talk about her work, and I always thought that would be a cool thing to do, like help people, like, get skills and training. And I always thought it would be a cool job. And I, was getting ready to go back to school, get a master's, and I was on unemployment. I got laid off right before the pandemic last year. So I wasn't really working, and the job just fell in my lap. Like, somebody left, or they created a new position, and she came to me and said, "Hey, would you be interested in this? Because we need somebody tomorrow. We need somebody immediately to get in this job." And I was like, "Oh, I never even imagined that this kind of thing would happen. So it just kind of things happen how they're supposed to sometimes. And I really, sometimes I take opportunities to provide teachable moments for people who are lost, because we work with a lot of reentry people, like people who've, done time or, just been out of the workforce because they have children or, they were married and,
Right.
Abusive situations or homeless. I've had all of those situations, and I've only been with the agency since March.
Okay. Wow.
So
I'm so glad that you stated that, because one question I had is that, what about some of the men I know and some that you obviously know, men and women to be exact,
yes,
who may have had a run-in with the criminal justice system, and their history is not squeaky clean. They may have served some time somewhere, or would they also qualify, or would they be eliminated from possibility of consideration?
no, we actually do work with people who, like I said, reentry people who I have somebody now that I'm working with who is doing very well in the core construction. He just took the core construction class, and really he was just like, when I was in jail, I was praying for somebody to help me get to do something. So there are opportunities for people who have made mistakes in the past and now they're trying to do something different.
Yeah.
And that's all we're here to do, is make sure that you have the opportunity to do something different.
Yeah. So wow, that's great to hear. So there's no one watching now can say that, you don't understand my criminal history, you understand where I've been. There's an opportunity for you to also to begin again, is what you're saying.
For sure. Like, we often are defined by the things that we've done in the past, but the way you change like people's perception is to do something different, like to make the change and make it a different way, like a different path. So if I can provide that path for you, then I'm excited for it. Like, I'm excited to see people excelling in and not feeling discouraged about things that happened in the past. So
Amen.
you've done your time, you're finished. Let's work on what you're going to be doing in the future.
That's right. Absolutely. Amen. That's great to hear. Tell me this. How are you promoting your services? Because this is so phenomenal that this should be on billboards everywhere. So how are you promoting?
Should be.
Yeah.
Right. Should be, right? So I have been trying to reach out. So recently, I guess about a week or so ago, I reached out to the Fort Bend County Probation Office. So I thought that would be a good opportunity for people, because you have to try to look for a job when you're on probation. So I'm like, wouldn't it be a good opportunity for me? So I just started making phone calls. Like, let me just start calling people. And that was my first stop. Probation, Fort Bend County Social Services. I contacted them. So we haven't had any like direct marketing for Fort Bend because we are small and we don't have the funds aren't as vast as maybe Harris County would be.
Right.
Because, if you live in the city of Houston, we have funds for everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I have run up on situations where people live in Fort Bend and city of Houston. So there are other opportunities for them to have additional training, like welding and electrician and CDL, that kind of thing. Everybody wants CDL. We don't have the funds in Fort Bend for CDL, but we have alternative things that we refer you to try to get that funding. But
okay.
Yeah.
So Dawn, tell me, how does someone contact you? How do they contact you, your organization? What's required?
Okay. So you can contact me. My actual, like my cell phone number is 713-677-1005. So that is my number I use for work. You can call me. And you just go on the website and apply. And once you put all your information in and they identify that you're in Fort Bend, you'll get assigned to me.
Okay. Can you say that one more time about the website? I think we may have had a brief interruption. Can you say it one more time?
Oh, okay. No problem. Sarah Jobs, and that's SERJOBS.org.
Okay. Sarah Jobs. .org. SERJobs, SERJOBS.org.
.org, right? And then just apply. Just go through the website, and on the website you will be able to see what training. They give brief descriptions of the training programs and the time frames, how long it's going to take for you to finish it, that kind of thing. So if you just want to search the website is really nice. It's an easy reader. It's one of those things where it's not hard to maneuver and search things in it. So just apply, and if you're in Fort Bend County, you'll come to me. So, but if you have any questions about the program, feel free to give me a call.
Okay.
I work from 8 to 5, Monday through Friday.
Okay. Now, another question for you is that since you've been doing this, and it's a wonderful opportunity, and you've encountering a lot of different people from all walks of life, what are some challenges? What are some challenges for those who are trying to participate? Have you seen any trends, or have you seen any objections? Or
well, the only challenge is everybody wants CDL training. And CDL training, with the exception of welding, is the most expensive training that we have. Like CDL training, I think it's about $3,500. I think welding is about $4,200, something like that. Expensive. So that's a lot of money to invest. And because we are a smaller, more rural county, we don't have the bigger grant funds available for our members in Fort Bend, unless you're in the city of Houston. And Fort Bend, and we can kind of make it happen. But other than that, if you're just in Fort Bend, we don't have the resources. So that's been a challenge for us. We're coming up towards the end of to renewal for our grants and everything. So we're hoping that we can kind of make some changes and provide those trainings that everybody, the most popular ones like CDL and things like that. So that has been a challenge for us, just because I don't, personally, it doesn't make me feel good when I can't help somebody get the things that they need. So it's hard to say we don't have it. And it's I say it at least 2 or 3 times a day, because when people call, they want to know, it's word of mouth. Oh, my friend told me that maybe you can help me get into a CDL class. And it's sorry, but I try to offer what we have available and try to make what we have, see if we can use it that way. But that's been a challenge for us. That's the only challenge I've been faced with at this point. The funding.
But I think it's encouraging to know that you do have jobs. You do have a network that can ensure that once they complete the training, they can go into employment, real employment opportunities.
I did the report yesterday. We have 55 CDL jobs right now. So, but we just, we have a CDL class going on right now, but it is literally people who have been waiting for 6 months.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, they really want that then. Yeah, they really want that. I understand.
They really want it.
So just one more time for the record, they need to go onto the website at serjobs.org, fill out the app that's online, and then that's gonna boomerang them to you, because they're gonna come directly to you. And,
if you're in Fort Bend.
If you're in Fort Bend, right? If you're in Fort Bend County, and from there you set up a time to begin, I guess, an interview process, just to see where their hearts really are, and make sure it's a good match.
Right.
Now, how often are classes started?
So we have classes, depends on, so something like warehouse forklift, we can offer a couple times a month because it is a quick kind of turnover. Core construction, we offer that about once a month. Banking, it lasts 8 weeks. So we have a banking program every other month.
Okay.
So customer service is another one of those that turns over really quickly. So we can have a couple of those a month. So once or twice a month, there's always another class coming around.
Always. Okay.
So if you miss one, if one started this week, then in a couple of weeks, we'll have another one starting back over.
Right. Is there a certain threshold you have to have in order to start a class? Certain number of participants?
Yes. So they like to have at least 10 people in the class.
Okay.
We had to cancel, we had a Fort Bend class, that core construction class was supposed to start Monday, that just passed, but we didn't have enough people register for the class, just because we just, nobody knows we're here. And so, it's hard to get, people in a class when nobody knows that it's available. So that's why I kind of came up with I'm coming up with some ideas, brainstorming on how I can kind of get out in the community. Now that things are kind of opening up a little bit, right. I went out to the Fort Bend Juneteenth Festival and passed out some flyers. And then my second step was to contact the Fort Bend County Probation and Social Services. So that's where I am now. My third, believe it or not, was to try to contact some church organizations and some pastors in the community to see if we can kind of give out some flyers. And things happen how they're supposed to. So
yeah. Once I heard about you, I came looking for you. Because if you're going to give an opportunity to put some tools in people's hands in their homes to begin again, then you have my attention. And so that's why I came looking for you in this endeavor.
Oh, also, we help veterans. So if you're a veteran, we have funds for veterans. We have funds for youth between the ages of 18, actually 16 if they're not in school. So if they're like somebody who may be considered dropped out or got a GED at 16, our youth department works with 16 to 24 years old.
Oh, good.
And they have different funds. They have extra funds for that age range. So it's kind of like a grant situation. So we have grants for youth, we have grants for veterans, we have grants for different counties. So we pretty much work with everybody. Anybody can come through the door that needs the assistance.
That's great. Okay. Wow, so Don, you have been just a plethora of knowledge. I thank you so much for it. One final question, just for the kitchen table audience. Someone's watching you right now, and they're saying, I kind of want to do it, but I don't know. And what would you say to that person who really wants to begin again? They want an opportunity. Maybe they hadn't been in a classroom setting for a long, long time, and there's a little apprehension, but they sure do want to work again. What would you say to them?
Well, I would just say now is the time to kind of trust yourself and let me help you get the tools. So you're never going to be on your own. Once you become a member of SARE, we wrap around you. We're going to help you get what you need and provide the opportunities for you to succeed. So if fear is the issue of you not being able to do it, we'll help you get through it.
Yeah. Wow. That's a good word. In other words, you won't be alone.
You won't be alone.
Yeah.
Once you come in SARE, you never walk alone.
Yeah. That's so good. Well, wow. Hey, with Kitchen Table audience, you have heard today. We came talking about jobs, job opportunities, training. And this is a saying right here. She's out in the highways and the byways trying to tell people, come on over here. We have opportunities. And you won't walk alone. So I want you to take this podcast. I want you to share it with your cousins and your uncles and your aunties and your children, even something available for youth, something available for veterans, something for everyone. But at least go and meet with her. Go to the website. Go and meet with her. Sit down and have that conversation. You never know. This may be your opportunity right here today to actually do what you should have done 20 years ago. And now God has brought it back to you again. That's just grace. So I want you to do it. So Don, I want to thank you, dear, and may you continue, and I'll shout from the rooftops for you as well. May you keep telling anybody and everybody. If I can help you along the way, to maybe put you before some other people that you can have the same conversation, because our people certainly need, if we're going to have economical empowerment and kingdom power in our economics, we need to work. Okay, because the Bible says if a man don't work, he shouldn't eat. So we need to work. So thank you for what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't become weary in well doing. Man, all right. All right.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, dude.